YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live, guys, is going to be on my top 5 rookie wide receivers that you must draft or get of any of these guys in any of your rookie draft. And listen, it's impossible to get all of these guys. But if you leave with one of these guys out of your rookie draft going into 2023, you should be fine. So, guys, in the chat, let me know, how do I sound? What's going on, user nerd, guys? Can you hear me, user nerd? Tell me how my sound sounds. Does it sound better than my last live? Do I need to turn the volume up? Let me know. Before I get started with the live stream, guys, I want to make sure this is because I'm testing out new equipment. So I want y'all to let me know, how do I sound? Can you hear me? You good? Am I echoing, user nerd? Am I echoing? Am I freezing up? Let me know. I appreciate this, bro. I got to test this out before I start. And anybody that's coming in, I apologize, but this is what it's for. I'm trying to grow my channel, so this is some new things. So let me know if the sound is echoing, if it sounds better than the last live, if I need to turn the volume up or whatever. Any recommendations, guys, is welcome, because I have to get this stuff right in order to get ready for the season. Okay, no, don't see it, and no freeze. Okay, so it sounds like I'm good. It sounds like you can hear me. Hopefully the sound sounds good. All right, so guys, I'm going to give you my top 5 rookies that you should be leaving with at least one of these guys. If you can get 2 or 3 of these guys, that's phenomenal. But you mainly, guys, need to, be aiming at these 5 guys in your rookie drafts. So my list is a little different, and I'm gonna give you these guys in rankings, and I'm gonna do it 1 through 5. And if you watch the whole live, guys, I'm gonna give you a bonus guy. So let's begin, and I'm gonna start off with my number 1 wide receiver, and I did a video on this guy, and this guy, guys, is Zay Flowers. Yes, guys, Zay Flowers. Now listen, the reason why I like Zay Flowers is I think, guys, his route running is the best. And I know there's some really great, like Jackson, and I hate to go forward a little bit because Jackson is going to be on this list. But guys like Jackson, Smith, and Addison, these guys are really great runners too. But I think Zay Flowers is better. That's just my opinion. Me watching the film, I'm just going off my eye test. I haven't went off perception, reception, or anything like that. I'm just going off what I see in the film. And I see this guy breaking 2 or 3 guys down that's trying to double team him in zone coverage. I see him killing people off man coverage. Guys, I hate to say it, and we use comparison a lot, and I want to give this guy respect because this guy's a Hall of Famer, excluding his off-the-field activity. That's Antonio Brown. Guys, Antonio Brown is a top 5 wide receiver of all time. He probably could have been better than Jerry Rice. That's neither here nor there. But when I see Zay Flowers coming up, he like, boom, pop, pop, pop. He can't, it's unstoppable. It's almost like guarding Allen Iverson on a one-on-one NBA game. That's how I perceive it as. So I think, guys, you need to be picking up Zay Flowers, especially with his route running. Another attribute that I like about Zay Flowers, guys, is he's very explosive. Very, very explosive. Again, Antonio Brown is a comp for him, but guys, when I watch this guy, he's catching 5-yard outs and screens and taking them 60, 70 yards. And he's playing with Boston College. Yes, guys, he played with Boston College. So if you're playing with a guy you're playing with a quarterback like below average guy, and you still can't be stopped, and you still like an All-American type of wide receiver, it's telling me something. It's telling me that you're very explosive. And this guy's like 5'9". That's why they took him in the first round. You got other guys that got pushed down that were probably a little bit bigger than him and played against better competition, but he went before those guys, and that's telling you because the scout sees something in this guy. That's why Baltimore Ravens picked this guy up. And Baltimore Ravens, even though they was trying to help Lamar out with weapons, they could have went and got a bigger guy, right? They could have got a bigger wide receiver. They could have got Quentin Johnston, right? But no, they wanted to get Zay Flowers. So, and the last, guys, is Yak, and I kind of talked about that with his explosiveness. When he touched the ball, he's making people miss. Now, that does worry me a little bit in the NFL because if he takes a big hit, he could be out for the game because he don't have any weight to protect himself. That's what weight does, guys. Weight is not, you don't need weight to play in the NFL, but you need it to protect yourself. If you see it, if a hit comes and you don't see it, guys that are 200 pounds can kind of take that hit. But if you are under 200 pounds, like 180, and you don't see it coming, it could derail you, right? It could be bad. So that's the only thing that worries me. But this Yak is phenomenal. This is the best wide receiver in this rookie class, if you ask me. So I'm not telling you to draft this guy as the first wide receiver off the board over some of these other guys because you probably could wait. But to me, I'm different. I'm cutting edge here. I'm taking Zay Flowers. So if I got to trade back in order to get Zay Flowers at the right ADP, that way I can trade back and accumulate more second-round picks or a pick from next year or even a player, that's what I would do. All right, guys, so let's move on to my number 2 guy. And my number 2 guy, guys, and this is Cutting Edge right here. Remember, hit the like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is Cutting Edge content. It's Marvin Mims from Oklahoma. Yes, guys, Marvin Mims. Now, first of all, I want to give Steve Smith, the football player, the retired football player, some credit. He was right on Cooper Kupp. He was right on a lot of other guys. They actually tried to ostracize him early in his career because he was telling people that Cooper Kupp was the best wide receiver in that draft, and he would end up being right. So now they trying to boost him up. But going forward, he loved Marvin Mims from Oklahoma, and I do too. Now, Marvin Mims is another little guy. But to me, guys, he's not too far from Zay Flowers. I mean, this guy's explosive. I mean, he's a short guy that you can do jump ball type. You can throw him a jump ball. He has like a 40-inch vertical. Yes, this guy's like 5'10" with a 40-inch vertical. Yes, 40-inch vertical. And he runs like a 4.3, 40. So this guy's going to be special. And he went to the Denver. He went to the Denver Broncos, guys. So I think Jerry Jeudy and Marvin Mims are going to be the 1 and 2s on there. And Tim Patrick's going to be number 3. Cortland Sutton, I think his career is over in Denver. Now, I'm not saying it's over in the NFL, but in Denver, it's over. I've never been high on Cortland Sutton. I've told people, but I got Cortland Sutton in this round. And I'm like, man, I don't know about Cortland Sutton. And they take it personal. I don't mean anything by it. I just not high on Cortland Sutton. He's a tall wide receiver. He's like a Kenny Galladay type, right? He's not even Mike Williams. So anyway, Marvin Mims is going to beat Cortland Sutton out. And Marvin Mims can end up being Rookie of the Year. I said what I said. This guy's special, and he has a coach like Sean Payton. And you know, Sean Payton is not biased at all. Sean Payton will play any wide receiver that's good, playing good. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be he's a rookie. No, he's going to get him out there. But a couple of attributes that I like about Marvin Mims, guys, is he's very explosive. Yes, he's very, very explosive. Also, guys, like I said, he can do the jump ball as a 5'9" type receiver like a Steve Smith. And big plays. If you watch him in Oklahoma, he's running up the seam and getting behind people his whole career. So I love Marvin Mims, guys, as a big play wide receiver. Moving on to my number 3 guy, guys, and that's Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this is the best slot route runner. Now, I think Zay Flowers can run great routes from the slot and from the X receiver or outside position. But I will say Jackson Smith from the slot, he reminds me of a Julian Edelman-Wes Welker, but he's a better athlete than those 2 guys. So wherever Jackson Smith is going to be, guys, with the Seattle Seahawks, going to be killing in the slot if they give him targets. How many targets does he get? I don't know, because this is a run-first offense. Then it's going to go through DK, then Tyler. But he could end up being the number 2 wide receiver on this team as the season go out. And maybe they fade out Tyler Lockett. Maybe they trade Tyler Lockett. Who knows what they do, right? I think Tyler Lockett is really, really good. Yes, Jackson Smith-Njigba is a dog. He is a dog. But like I said, I just got a number 3 on my list. This is a lot. These 5 really good wide receivers. So nobody's going to be hurting if you don't get one guy or the other, right? But yeah, Jackson Smith is a really good route runner. That's his main thing. And guys, his hands. Some of the best hands in this draft. Now, I think Zay Flowers has really great hands, but I would even say Jackson Smith has better hands than him. Probably the best hands of all wide receivers. And guys, he can catch in traffic. When he had to compete against Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, to me, he was the big-time guy they went to in the clutch. The game was close. They went to Jackson Smith-Njigba. So, guy is a great guy. He catches balls in the traffic. You can draft him. He's the first wide receiver coming off the board in most drafts. Me, I'm trading back and let somebody else take Jackson so I can go get Zay Flowers and maybe Marvin Mims. All right, moving on to my 4th wide receiver that you should be leaving your rookie drafts with, guys, is Jordan Addison. listen, I'm not saying he's Justin Jefferson, but he doesn't have superior athletic ability. But it doesn't matter. He's very, very crafty, and he's an expert route runner. Now, I don't mean that he's the better route runner than maybe some of these other guys, but he, with his speed, he's like a Jerry Rice. I don't have all the athletic ability. I don't jump the highest. I'm not explosive, but you can't guard me because I'm crafty. I know how to toe tap, toe drag, swag. He just knows how to be a route runner. And sometimes that can even make you be better than some of these other guys that have more athletic skill sets. So he might, like Justin Jefferson, if you look at his athletic profile, it wasn't better than Jamar Chase. It wasn't better than a lot of other wide receivers, but he was better than them. Why? Because he's crafty and he's an expert. You know, he's and his route running is impeccable. Jordan Addison route running, I wouldn't say it's impeccable, but it's elite. It's elite coming out of college. Moving on, guys, to my number 5 guy. And my number 5 guy, guys, is Quentin Johnston. That's my number 5 wide receiver coming out of this draft. And guys, the reason why I like Quentin Johnston is I think he's a very explosive jump ball type receiver. You know, there's different types of receiver. There's slot receivers. There are receivers that can do it all. And then you got jump ball receivers like Mike Williams, Kenny Golladay, Calvin Johnson, which Calvin Johnson was a little bit different. He was a phenom. But you got these type of tall guys. And that's what Quentin Johnston is. But when he catch it, he fast. He's speedy. This guy's fast. He runs like a 4.4 in there. So you catch it. Don't think, after he catch it, I can push him out of bounds. No, this guy will split the seam on you and go up the field for 60 on you. So that's why I like him. And he's tall, guys. He's a tall wide receiver. So that gives the quarterback a big target. So I think he's going to be phenomenal for the Los Angeles Chargers because Mike Williams can't stay healthy. And so that's going to help out Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, and Austin Eckler. Yes, Austin Eckler. Yes. So, guys, moving on to my bonus guy. And I'm not going to hold you up on this live, guys. This is going to be my bonus guy, my number 6 guy, and it's Josh Downs from UNC. Now, Josh Downs went to the Colts, and that worries me a little bit because I don't know if the quarterback is going to be able to get him the ball, right? I don't why am I having a brain freeze right now? What's the guy name? Let me see here. Coach QB. Yeah, Anthony Richardson. I'm sorry, guys. I had a brain freeze for a second. But yes, so Anthony Richardson is a phenom athlete, but his accuracy, yeah, there you go. Thank you, user nerd. His accuracy worries me. I like other quarterbacks in this draft. Now, listen, I don't blame the coach for drafting him, but I don't know if Josh Downs is going to be a hyper-targeted guy. He might get low targets, and he is explosive. I think he's a solid route runner. You know, you see him separating. A lot of people say, he's one of the best route runners. Yeah, but you also got to come off man coverage. I'm not just going to say you're a great route runner because you're making people miss in zone. Can you beat man-to-man coverage and double coverage? And I didn't see him beating double coverage and man-to-man coverage. I saw him running beating zone coverage. I didn't see him beating press coverage as a small guy. So that worries me a little bit. But I do think the guy can be really good for the Colts. I do understand the draft pick. So I think out of these 6 guys, I think you need to pick up one of these guys and you will be okay. I think all these guys got opportunity, but my favorites are my top 3. I like Zay Flowers, I like Jackson Smith-Njigba, and I like Marvin Mims. But Quentin Johnston and Jordan Addison Quentin Johnston and Jordan Addison are really good too, guys. And also Josh Downs. They are solid wide receivers. So, guys, let me see what kind of questions we got in here. I got my homeboy user nerd. Yeah, so, bro, hopefully the mic sounds good. Did the mic sound good, bro? Because if not, man, I'm going to have to adjust it on another live. But, guys, let me see what he said. So, user nerd said, he said Jackson Smith-Njigba is a dog. He is. I agree with that. Let me see. That was about it. All right, guys. So I guess I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Make sure you leave your rookie drafts with these 5, one of these 6 wide receivers. I think these guys are going to be solid for you. And I'm going to be doing a running back video, too, on the running backs that you must leave with out of your draft. The top 5 guys, and I'll probably give you a bonus guy, too. So, guys, y'all be safe. Peace.